Welcome back, everybody, to Discussion America with me, Anthony Fiorinelli, your host. Well, tell you what, fellow Americans, if you want to get an idea what it would be like to have a totally controlled government by the Democrats, look at New York, and especially New York City. That's all you have to do. Well, New York has become a totally democratically run state. That means it's controlled by the Democrats. There's a few Republicans sprinkled around here and there, but it's controlled primarily by the Democrats. And what you can expect are laws that are being shoved down our throats. See, I can talk about New York because I live here, and that's what I basically know about and I can talk about. Within the last month or so, this is what we have in our midst. We have illegal aliens now have the right to apply for driver's licenses. That's number one. And as soon as they passed that law, a week later, the ink wasn't even dry on that law. A week later, they shoved through another law saying that when you apply for your driver's license, you automatically are registered to vote. Yeah, you can vote now. And get this, it's not an opt-in, it's an opt-out. That means that the little box that you can check, you don't have to check it to opt in to vote. You have to check it to opt out. So if they don't check the box, automatically can vote. Now, what does that really mean? What that means is this. If they say, oops, I didn't realize it. I forgot to check it. I didn't know. I didn't understand. Nobody told me. Whatever the excuse. And they show up at the polls, they're going to vote. And unless somebody catches them, their vote counts. Not only that, but if somebody does catch them, it's not a crime. They can't be punished for breaking our constitutional laws by being an illegal alien trying to vote in our election. How do you like that? Now that's in New York. Now there's a heavy push for them to lower the voting age to 16. That's right, 16. They want the same people that make challenges on the internet to one another to eat Tide Pods. Yes, you know, the laundry pods that you wash your clothes with, the toxic soap that you wash your clothes with. Yes. Oh, and the challenges to set yourself on fire by dousing yourself with lighter fluid and lighting it. And let's not forget the challenge where you're driving your car and as it's rolling, you step out to video yourself while you step out and the car is rolling. They think that it's a good idea for people like that to have a voice in our elections and to pick our leaders. They can't make a decision whether or not to endanger their own lives, and they want to have a voice in our elections. Well, this is what's coming so far. So not only that, they're shoving laws down our throats in in the attempt to disguise them as, oh, we want to keep our citizens safe, and oh, we want to help ease the problems of our citizens' woes. So they have more laws coming out. One law, get this, is congestion pricing, which the former mayors and the present mayor contribute to the congestion by creating these asinine bike lanes that most people don't use, and these bus lanes that most buses don't stay in, that they bring. If you have one bike lane and one bus lane on a 4-lane avenue, or maybe a 5-lane avenue, that brings it down to a 2 or 3-lane avenue, which now chokes the avenue from a 5 to 2 or 3-lane avenue, which creates congestion. And then, of course, we have the pedestrian plazas that Bloomberg himself thought was a wonderful idea in the heart of Manhattan, in the center of all the action in Times Square of all places. He decides to close Broadway by 42nd Street so they can put these weird looking tables and chairs so pedestrians can sit and chat and talk while cabs and cars and trucks are beeping their horns because they're stuck in traffic and can't move. That's a good idea. You know, you gotta love it. You really have to love it. How these politicians really think, and they wonder why there's congestion. Now, a little news flash. Since the day of the car in Manhattan, there's been congestion. There's been traffic. Always. Even in time with a horse and buggy, there's been traffic. It's never going to go away. Okay? Now there's another thing that they decided to use, a tool they use to create safety for our people. And this is de Blasio. The 25 mile an hour speed limit throughout the city. Think about that. Queens Boulevard, secondary road. Grand Concourse, secondary road, 25 miles an hour. Union Turnpike, 25 miles an hour. I challenge anybody in America, I don't care what city you're in, go to your secondary road that's just right off the highway, your main boulevard, and try to do 25 miles an hour. And what they're doing is they're putting these speed cameras in. They just passed a law putting speed cameras in all over the city, and not just in the school districts, and not just during school hours, but from like 6 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock or midnight throughout the whole city. Now, you're going to tell me that's not a money grab? You're going to tell me that's for the safety of our citizens? Bull. That is, my friends, what we call taxation without representation. See, they can't tax us anymore because we're taxed to death. But if they come up with laws that it's impossible for us to follow, and they put up, in my opinion, illegal surveillance of its citizens to catch them in the act of doing things like that, yeah, that is taxation without representation. I am so surprised that attorneys that specialize in constitutional law aren't all over this, or even firms that specialize in constitutional law haven't brought suit on New York City and other cities around the country that are practicing this asinine thing of setting up surveillance of its citizens, whether it's red light cameras or whether it's speed cameras. If you want to catch people in the act of speeding or running red lights, put your cops on a corner with the radar gun, put your cops on a corner and look for this particular thing. Then that's fair game. mano a mano, okay? That's the way it goes, man against man. Don't put a camera up there and then have it take a picture of you. You got no chance against that. And you know what? Not that you're supposed to do it, but the thing is this here, I don't want to be surveilled. As it is, we have cameras on every corner worried about terrorists. Come on. Our liberties are getting washed away by the day. We're losing everything. We're losing our rights for everything. And now we're getting watched every minute, for every day, for every reason. Red lights, speed lights, surveillance. Make sure you're not going to commit a crime. This is ridiculous already. When does it end? Where are our constitutional lawyers? Where are our constitutional firms? Why aren't you up in arms about this? Where are the civil liberties unions? What are they doing? How come you're not protecting us? Where are our watchdog representatives? Why aren't you protecting the citizens? Where are our people that are supposed to be protecting us against a government that's gone a little too far? It's a money grab, people. Every law that they put out that say that they are protecting the citizens is bullcrap. What they want to do is they want to line their pockets with more money, but it's just impossible for them to tax us anymore, legitimately. So they disguise the tax with laws. Since we are a land of laws, this is what you get when you vote in a professional politician that never worked a day in his life, that all they did was they said, oh, I'm a public servant. My ass, you are a crook. Most of them are crooks. Most of them couldn't give a rat's ass about you. And you know why I say that? How is it that these people that make $174,000 a year become multi-millionaires? Everybody, all these people, they want to see Trump's tax records and stuff. Man, I want to see theirs. I want to see how they got all that money. How did they become millionaires? Speaking engagements? Please. Book deals? Give me a break. Yeah, right. Okay? Come on, America. Wake up. Wake up. It's time we get together. It's time we stop fighting amongst each other and start getting with the program and looking at what these politicians are doing to us, the American people. That's the key here. And that's why Donald Trump is hated by all of them. Because he is for the American people. Whether you like him or not, I don't care. I don't care. Is he the greatest guy in the world? No. Does he do things ass backwards? Yes. I agree with you. Does he make us look foolish sometimes? Yes, he does. But does he get the job done? Yes, he does. And I challenge anybody to show me what he's done wrong while he's president. I don't care what he's done when he was a businessman trying to make money for his companies and satisfy his investors. That's business, period. Show me what he's done wrong while he's president. Challenge you. That's my challenge. I'm not asking you to eat a pod thing. I'm not asking you to set yourself on fire. I'm not asking you to step out of your car while it's rolling. Show me what he's done wrong as president. That's why. Okay? But look at what the Democrats are doing in New York, and if they gain control of this country with the Senate and the president, we are screwed. Because you look at New York and you look at other cities and states around this country and see what they're doing. Oh my God, they're running rampant. They're just like going crazy, just passing laws and laws and laws that are putting us into the ice age. My God, wake up, people. Really, wake up. And New York, we're screwed. I try to warn you guys at the 2018 elections not to vote for de Blasio and not to vote for Cuomo, but you did. Now you're killing babies right out of the womb, or just before coming out of the womb. You got congestion pricing, and you got illegal aliens driving cars with a license, and they're able to vote because you know they're not going to catch them. What we do need now is we need a federal ID card for voting through the feds. We need it now through the feds. We need legislation to have a federal ID card. That's what we need. Because now when you go to vote for anything, mayor, governor, dog catcher, whatever, we have to be able to, we're registered to vote, show them that you're a citizen of the United States with your federal ID card. That's what we need now to vote, because now they can vote. They're registered to vote. The Democrats made it possible for them to vote. This is asinine. Well, that's all I'm going to talk about this. I just wanted to give you a little heads up of what's going on in New York and what is coming to your town. Think about it. Do some research. Look. Okay, look. This is Anthony Fiorinelli from Discussion America saying, see you next week. Hope you have a great weekend now. Take care of yourself, guys. Have fun. Bye-bye.